Memes. A social phenomena often taking the form of a silly dance, an unimpressed looking cat, an overweight cartoon rabbit, or a lonely creature with salad for fingers that enjoys rusty, metallic objects. Whilst it's easy to get caught up with the ever-flowing tide of modern popular culture, there's actually a lot more to memes than first meets the eye. And in the SCP Foundation, there exists one particular anomalous concept that could perhaps pose a very significant threat to you, me, our best friends, and our very best memers. Let me introduce you to SCP-2774, aka the Slow Burning Sloth. Hello Internet and welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice Jack Finch, as today we curiously ask the question, what if SCP-2774 was real? Roll the clip.
Analysis complete. Species is destructive, invasive, noxious, harmful to the body of the whole.
What species?
Man.
Alright, maybe it wouldn't exactly be like the events of the 1998 commercial flop / cult classic Virus, but hey, it certainly sets the scene, doesn't it? Well, I think so at least. But in actuality, the field of memetics is such a wide picnic table of themes and concepts that it's not that hard to cosplay an anomalous demonic sloth. Well, in your mind at least. Go on, give it a go. Oh no, wait. Don't. Oh, I'm so sorry. As the record states, SCP-2774 is any medium which contains SCP-2774-A, which is a memetic image of an unknown humanoid entity presumably wearing a sloth costume. 2774 manifests itself in various forms of non-live media, including movies, television, magazines, and in some cases, personally recorded videos or pictures. It is typically located in the background of whatever media it appears in. Today, there have been thankfully no instances of SCP-2774 on the internet. But during a single incident in northern Canada where SCP-2774 appeared on live local television, it resulted in the relocation of over 4,000 people to Site 116, which we'll get into later. However, there is one saving grace. The image only retains its anomalous properties if the image contains hues of red or green, and therefore those with deuteranopia or red/green colorblindness are not affected by SCP-2774. So people that are colorblind, don't worry because you're safe. In actual fact as well, it is estimated that under 40% of those exposed to 2774 are actually affected, but the ones that are, well, you're in for a really rough ride. Effects of viewing 2774 usually set in between 40 to 100 hours after exposure, and those affected will begin to lose the ability to use cognitive functions or make higher level decisions, except for a period that lasts around 150 seconds every 24 hours, occurring randomly, which is just a terrifying thought, isn't it? Being unable to control your own body except for a brief 2.5 minute period where your senses randomly return, all because you accidentally saw a picture of a demonic sloth. No thank you. But to first understand how a mental virus such as this could possibly become a threat, we have to first take a look at the field of memetics. Also colloquially referred to as memology, memetics are the study of information and culture based on an analogy with Darwinian evolution. Essentially, memetics describe how an idea can propagate successfully, being disseminated across the endless ocean of our human populace and becoming the dank memes that we know now and hate to love. The term meme was actually first coined by Richard Dawkins in his 1976 book The Selfish Gene, although it's important to note that Dawkins later distanced himself from the controversial field of memetics. In the same vein as a gene, the meme was conceived as a unit of culture, an idea, belief, or pattern of behavior which is hosted in the minds of one or more individuals, reproducing itself in the sense of jumping from the mind of one person to the mind of another. So when you see a viral trend emerge, say the ridiculous Tide Pod eating craze of 2017, the more that it is exposed, the more that it gathers the proficiency to further develop its reach. It is exponential growth that keeps on expanding to more and more human minds, and as the old adage goes, you can't kill an idea. A meme is, in essence, whatever is copied from one person to another person. Habits and skills, songs, images, stories, or any other kind of information. Memes are copied by imitation and teaching. Although the copies aren't perfect, they're copied with variation, which is essentially why you see so many varying versions of modern memes. But what if that meme was something that we've completely forgotten about? Something much more nefarious, something that slowed the human body to a state of nothingness through anomalous means, to a slow burning sloth. sloth. Thankfully for us, as SCP-2774's record states, there are no known instances of this anomalous cognito hazard on the internet, and it only appears in static, traditional, non-live media, magazines, movies, TV, and pictures. If it was on the internet, holy moly, just the very nature of this video would doom you all to a lifetime of slow-burning sloth misery. And as far as the Foundation are concerned, there is no known cure once afflicted by the 2774 cognito hazard. Their only plan of procedure thus far has been to take the victims of the slow-burning sloth to Site 116, and it's pretty much a death sentence for those that are kept there, as the Foundation has found it much more humane to euthanize than to hope to develop a solution. In numerous instances, those affected by SCP-2774 have reported observing it while their body is acting autonomously, and their very perception of reality appears to be lost during this time. They're completely incapable of moving their own body, and instead are being driven by a burning demonic sloth that is permanently etched into their own minds. If this thing ever got out, well, I hate to even draw a picture of the events that would follow. Imagine a post-apocalyptic wasteland, but there's no one around to even fight for survival. There's just humanity scattered around, walking around like mindless drones until they waste away. But hold on a minute, because there is some hope, actually. Remember what I said earlier about people with red-green color blindness being immune to SCP-2774? Deuteranopia affects approximately 1 in 12 men and 1 in 200 women in the world, so those people, yeah, they'd be around to hold the torch for humanity while the rest of us afflicted by 2774 fade to the wayside. And in just opposition to memetics, we also have the power of genetics on our side. Essentially, much like with Darwinian evolution, the human species would develop colorblindness as a means to defeat the spread of SCP-2774 until eventually everyone was colorblind and the slow-burning sloth faded from our existence, humanity safely out of its clutches. Yeah, you see, don't worry, it's not all bleak death and destruction here, folks, because although you may not be able to kill an idea, eventually you can always outsmart it. Well, there we have it, folks, our contrived answer to what if SCP-2774 was real. Why don't you let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Before we depart though, let's read out some of your most entertaining comments from over the past few days. First up, Tesco Carrier Bagman says, when life gives you questions, you make questionade. Yes, you do, Tesco Carrier Bagman. Yes, you do. And that's a great way of looking at things. Next up, Mark Taylor says, still trying to seek employment by the Foundation. Hey Jack, if you really are part of the council, I'm right here. I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. What a ridiculous thing to say. Although I do admire your persistence, it's a quality that would come in incredibly handy at Site 12. Oh, damn it. I've gone and done it again, haven't I? I mean, yeah, what a crazy thought. Well, on that note, folks, cheers for sticking around all the way until the end. If you found this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe bell. We'll be seeing you in the next one. As per usual, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time, well, you better take it easy.